Just go after it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Then that'll
I'm
be
pretty sure some high rank in his military might end up taking it.
That's a good possibility of some douchebag freaking wanting to take over power, and because
They're gonna blame us for it.
we always get blamed for everything. You know what I mean?
President Donald Trump killed Kim Jong-un.
That's a great thing. Well, I mean, far left liberals will be like, "Oh, Donald Trump's a murderer. He killed a good guy named Kim Jong Un."
Yeah, they'll find a way to spin
So,
it.
literally, how I found out is that, like, one of the people I was friends with on Facebook, he's kind of like a liberal.
Oh,
Or he posted an article, right, that said Kim Jong-un's in a vegetable state. But he went to continue and was like, why did they post it like this? Why would they just say he's dead? That's not right. And then I went and looked down in the comments of all his liberal friends. It's like, as a journalist, he doesn't understand that you just put out false information as blah, blah, this and that. And they're just pretty much mad at the fact that they're saying that, why are we saying he's dead? We shouldn't be putting the information out.
why not?
I don't know. According to them, we should.
Well, according to them, the world is flat.
Oh, hey now. Hey,
Yeah,
there's
of
a
course. Yeah,
possibility.
got you on that one, right?
There's a possibility there.
Look, according to them, the world is supposed to be socialist, and it's supposed to be, complete equality throughout the whole board.
Yeah, it's like a globalist utopia
Utopia.
thing.
Will,
Yeah.
TK. Hey, I'm going to send y'all a video on YouTube, and it has to do with the world being flat. Alright?
Oh, gosh.
Okay?
All right.
But, no. There's two videos. One guy's going to be talking about, there's a weird thing going on because you can't get to Antarctica. Like, there's supposed to be, cruises and stuff that you can take to Antarctica. Right?
Oh,
There's
my
that
gosh.
one.
Okay.
And the other one's taking in everything else, saying, like, NASA is using CGI to act like they're in the orbit of Earth, in space, and talks about the Coriolis effect and how planes don't put that in their trajectory for everything, and it talks about it just pretty much talks about everything else. I'm gonna send y'all those videos, man.
Okay, there's a
And
thing
just
called
be
a
hon-
horizon.
Yes, in the curvature of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But when you actually put the curvature of the Earth into effect, they say what? Every mile is like a certain amount of feet, 16 feet or something like that.
Okay.
But when you see something with the naked eye that is
Okay.
30 miles out,
Look, I watched enough of the stuff where on the live ISS camera footage where, the International Space Station is orbiting around the Earth, okay? You could definitely see that the Earth is round, bro. As it's repeating itself going around the Earth in its orbit. If
Well,
the
the thing
Earth was
is,
flat, there would be no orbit.
well, the thing is, like NASA, look at their photos of Earth. Like NASA will tell you straight up, because how they get a picture of the Earth, they have a satellite that goes around the Earth over and over and over again, all the way across it,
Uh-huh.
and then they can't get the whole Earth, so they add in what they think is there.
Okay.
It's supposed to be there.
So when they take a picture of the Earth, right? Are you saying that it's just a flat circle?
No, that one I was just saying that NASA has not been
Because
very.
you look at Antarctica. If you see the picture of Earth, right, from a satellite in space, the actual whole Earth, okay, you could see the top of the Earth. Was it the Arctic, right?
Yeah.
But you can't see the entire Arctic. It has to go over. You get what I'm saying? In a curvature. Otherwise, you'd be able to see all of it, and then it's like if it's completely flat, you would be able to see the entire Arctic Ocean.
Yeah. What? No, I know. I'm saying like NASA is not been very truthful.
Okay, there's another example. I had a video chat with someone in Russia a little while ago. It was daytime for me and nighttime for them. How does that happen if we're flat?
So with the whole flat Earth thing, this is why I'm still 50-50 on it, because there's some truth like that. There's spitting some truth, but with the whole flat Earth, with the dome and everything, so the sun and the moon, right? They don't orbit the Earth. They're like, say like the Earth is flat, they circle around each other, so day and night on top. That's how they're saying that's how the moon and sun works. But it's so far apart that no longer the sunlight will reach, the dark side of the Earth.
Okay, so there is a point where sunlight stops traveling, yet it could still reach other planets that are way further?
Yeah, that's a little weird, man. That's a little far-fetched.
What, that our sunlight can reach other planets?
No, not that. It's just the fact that, like, okay, if, like, let's say, for example, how in the world can the sunlight hit, well, I guess because the moon is in a different spot above the Earth. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not understanding how flat earthers think that the Earth is flat as far as, being able to prove it. They haven't proved it to me. I mean, it's already been proven that it is round.
Well, we also got to look at the fact that the flat Earth was actually a common study until, like, I think the 40s.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, there's stuff in your textbook that I can guarantee you that has changed from the time y'all went to school and to the time I went to school and to the time people have gone to school now. They're always changing the history. The whole Civil War is becoming this whole thing. It's becoming less irrelevant and it's becoming more so like Black history and this and that. And it's not
well, okay, look,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I understand.
I
understand the concepts of what the Civil War was about. It was about the separation from the Union and stuff like that. Okay, we can't deny the fact that slavery didn't have a big part in it. Of course, it did. I think if the South would have won, slavery would have ended later. But in many aspects, I think that it was a war that was pretty much needed. It was inevitable that it was going to happen because different states were, divided on the idea of slave labor and stuff like that. I think a lot of people have this misconception about, like, they look at white people in the South, they all own slaves. They don't seem to realize that. I think, what was it? They stated 3% of there was only really 3% of slave owners.
Most of the people in the South, they were people who they left the Northeast.
Yeah, they were poor
already. They're just
already.
traveling. They just want to find some land that no one owns and they can claim it. But these were people that, like, they lived alone. They had no money.
Yeah,
they couldn't buy a slave. It wasn't until some town built up and then, like, the mayor would have slaves.
Yeah, somebody of a higher class.
Slaves.
Yeah, higher class. And stuff like that. Well, the farmers themselves, they weren't even really farmers. They were just landowners. They were plantation owners and stuff like that.
You would have a farm, and then, like, 3 miles some other direction, you'll find your neighbor.
Yeah.
And they have their, like, farm, and they have different stuff.
Well, don't catch me wrong. I think slavery is awful on any parts. The thing that divides me about what people are succumbing to is, as far as information, is that they think that when they talk about slavery, they only think about black slaves of the of America, and they don't seem to understand that slavery. I mean, so many different ethnicities out there have been slaves themselves.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
slavery
there's
was
slavery
all over the
today.
world.
But I mean, yeah, I know the history of the Civil War and stuff. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, as time moves on, like, one of the things is that when is it going to become a time, you know, where the Holocaust is becoming, like, less known, or less studied about? Because
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I understand. You know, and it all still boils down to like the flat Earth theory and you know just the change of different ideas and stuff like that that happens all the time. I mean, you're right. History books are always rewritten.
Well, I mean, I know that, like I guess the progressivists would like the Holocaust to be stricken from the records because a lot of what happened in the Holocaust, our Constitution is meant to prevent.
Yeah.
And then, the progressivists, they don't like the Constitution.
Unfortunately, our own government is not perfect, because we've had our own ideas of. Well, I mean, we've had slavery, we've had indigent. What do you call it? Indigent servants.
Hey, I got a question.
What's up?
So, like, I'm pretty sure y'all had this when y'all were in school. But did y'all ever have a presentation of the Earth where it's like a pie that's cut out of it and it shows you the layers of the Earth?
Yeah, the core and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the crust, you got the mantle, you got the outer core, you got the inner core and the core.
Yeah, you're kind of making me hungry for pizza right now.
Well, how do we exactly know all that stuff in there if we've never been past the crust?
Well,
Volcanoes?
Yeah. I mean, we've digged and dig. I'm not saying that we have really the technology to dig all the way into China and stuff, but
I think like eventually people ran into lava, right?
No one has ever came close to breaking the crust.
No.
No, but there's a lot of scientific evidence of just how things are the way up here, and then how many layers down, and how the material it changes, and then they know like lava is coming from somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, lava comes from somewhere, probably the core, and then make the way up like a temple. But what I'm saying is, no one has ever went further down than the crust.
Right.
True fact. But we were already taught about the crust, the mantle, the outer core, inner core, core.
Okay.
So there's no possible way for them to actually know that how the Earth is actually is.
Yeah, but the people who...
But what about the ocean?
Mariana Trench is right now the only known deepest place in the world, and there's nowhere near. We dug deeper than the Mariana Trench.
Well, we never dug the Mariana Trenches. It's just I don't even think there's technology that could reach at the very bottom, right?
No, we had technology to get to the bottom.
Well, I'm thinking because the pressure has got to be so high that whatever technology that we send down there, it's not going to last.
We sent people down there.
We have, haven't we?
Yeah, we've built like extra reinforced submarines, but just getting down there and the fuel it takes, like they'll run out.
Yeah.
No, I mean there's people who've made it down there.
Yeah.
And it's like a.
Well, yeah, I mean, they run out of fuel. They get down there. They get all the way down there. But with what fuel they got left, they need to leave.
Yeah.
So they can't do a lot of exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the Mariana Trench is still not, like, we've gotten deeper than the Mariana Trench. Not digging in the Mariana Trench.
No.
Yeah, but we got to dig as deep as the Mariana Trench and beyond.
You're talking about on land, right? You're talking about digging further down than the Mariana Trenches, but on land?
Yeah.
Well, okay, but you're not dealing with pressure like you are when you're in water. So, of course, you should be able to go down pretty far.
Guys, I don't know if we're, like, talking about the same thing. I'm just saying that we have not broke the crust in the Earth according to the model.
Right. I still get
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So we are taught that, but no one's ever been further. So how are these scientists? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's one deal for you, okay? You know how there's day and night, right? There's day and night.
Hold on. Okay, say that again.
Okay, so you have a day and you have a night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's one for your flat earth thing. How in the world does the sun set on one side and begins on the other?
Say that again.
How does the sun rises from one side and then goes down on the other? Okay? It's already been proven that the earth spins.
Yeah.
Something flat doesn't spin like if it was in the circle. I'm not saying something flat can't spin, but that's a hell of a weird spin.
Yeah, but if it was
Going around the
flat,
sun.
when the sun goes over, I guess, the last horizon,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that be nighttime for everyone in the world?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right.
No, I'm trying to figure something out. Hold on.
Because think about it. Why do we have time zones?
No, wait. Repeat what y'all just said.
Okay. Think about it like this. If the earth was flat and it's spinning across, it spins. The earth it's already been proven that the earth spins. Okay? That's how we get day and night. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like TK said. If the earth was flat, shouldn't it be nighttime right now where it is for us right now? As it is in, let's say, Hong Kong? Or Tokyo? Or Guam?
Yeah, shouldn't it be equally dark everywhere around the world?
I don't know.
Shouldn't it be the same time frame too?
Unless the light from the sun is turning and coming back down only on certain locations.
The best thing I can explain to y'all, if you look at the model for the flat Earth, and with the moon and the sun, so you get the flat circle, and you get the moon and the sun rotating over the Earth.
Okay, but that's like saying that's like saying the Earth is like a coin spinning. That doesn't make any sense. Right now, New York City would be at 11 o'clock what it is right now, but it's not.
Yeah, it's either we spin in a certain way so that we never see nighttime, or it spins in a certain way where it's nighttime for everyone at the same time.
Yeah, like let's say you're in London, England. Obviously, right now it's a different time right now. But it would, if the Earth was flat, wouldn't it be the same time? If I'm talking to you right now, wouldn't it be 11 o'clock at night for you as well?
Are you talking about like the time zones?
Yeah. There's a reason why we have time zones. It's to manage with the way the sun and with the night and you know what I'm talking about. The way the night falls, the night rises, the sun rises, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right now, it is 2 hours ahead in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
So middle of the night for one person is dawn for the other.
So if the Earth was flat, wouldn't it be 11 o'clock right now, like it is here in South Texas?
Okay. That's just You got. I don't even know how to explain that to you, man. Doesn't the time pretty much go off of what the sun and the moon?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's so different about it spinning and then leaving the zones where the light reaches?
Because
on top?
Because the Earth right now, if it was flat, and let's say it's nighttime, so it's facing the moon, right? It's facing away from all that. Okay, everything on the Earth is flat, and let's say it's all on one side, because it'd be weird as fuck if it's on, you got half the Earth on one side, half the Earth on the other. Then you got the sides right here. Like, where do they count? You know what I mean?
Yeah. How does a pilot not notice that?
Yeah. That's like it's fucking weird, bro. I mean, it sounds cool,
I don't know
but
how to explain that to you, man.
There's no like, you go so far and then all of a sudden there's like a waterfall that leads to the next
Yeah.
ocean, and now you're on the other side,
yeah, like
and now you go visit China.
Was there